Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Prairie to Chien. Ken Manning along with Chuck Rasmussen, a Western Wisconsin video production, as we get set for game number 3. And Chuck, we hope that we can get this game in the books before any kind of raindrops.
Yeah, they're saying that rain is maybe an hour and a half away, so we'll see what happens here. It should be a good game here. Two very good teams. Stratford at 24-4, Denmark at 10-0-1. It should be a good one, and we're going to get started, I think, just a couple minutes early, which is just fine with all of us here.
For sure.
And this will be Jack Tubbs leading things off for Stratford. Tubbs, number 7, playing shortstop today. And on the mound is Owen DeGrand, number 17. There's a fly ball, first pitch swinging, and it's out towards left center field, and it's going to get in there for a base hit. Tubbs going into second with a double.
Starting things off with a bit of a bang. You know, we've seen Stratford, Chuck, in so many things in high school,
Yes.
football, their wrestling team, and now it looks like baseball might be another one of their things.
Yeah, it must be. Definitely so. 24-4 on the summer session here. This is going to bring up Riley Spindler. There's a called strike on Spindler. And against Owen DeGrand on the mound, behind the plate is Reese Johnson. Isaac Dittmer is playing first base. Luke Miller at second. Abe Capanos, the shortstop, and Jacob Dittmer is at third. The 0-1 pitch on Spindler is a called strike.
We should mention, too, that Denmark is no stranger to success. They have won 3 straight WIAA Division II high school championships.
That's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Spindler, number 8, playing second base today. And there's a called strike 3 on Spindler for the first out. That'll bring up Braden Schiller. Schiller, the center fielder. Again, I'm going to apologize right now if we pronounce any names incorrectly. I did go to a couple of the parents and one of the coaches and got some information. There's a fly ball out towards center field, and it's going to get over the center fielder's head. Tubbs is going to score easily, and Schiller into second with a double.
Boy, 2 really nice, hard shots. They traded places, Chuck.
Yes, they did. So Schiller in with an RBI double. This is going to bring up the cleanup hitter, Vance Kilman. Number 3, the third baseman. Gilman stands in with a runner in and a runner on.
A lot of interest by a number of teams not playing here because the winner of this game will take on Viroqua tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
And what have we seen so far today, Ken?
Well, we've got a couple of games in the books. Viroqua winning over Arcadia 8-0. We had an identical score of 8-0 with Jackson over Fenimore.
The 1-1 pitch from DeGrand.
Vernon Danes umpiring behind the plate.
And that ball, a wild pitch, is going to get away from the catcher. Schiller will move up to third. Count 3-1 on Kilman. The swing and miss, count is full. 1 out, runner at third now is Schiller. The ground ball between the Third baseman and the shortstop, another hit. 3 hits this inning already for Stratford.
Well, you know, their thought probably was, let's be aggressive, let's try and get after things right away, because they understand who they're playing, you know, in Denmark and the quality of team they have.
Going to bring up Brady Schmidt, today's pitcher, number 23. And Schmidt will swing at the first pitch, and that's in there for a base hit. Runner in first will stay at second.
That one didn't have quite the crack off the bat, but it got the job done, didn't it?
That's correct. It's going to bring up the right fielder, number 5.
And it's going to bring a coach out here quick, too. Why don't we take a real quick break? We'll come right back.
Standing in now is number 5. Landon's the whistling. Runners at first and second. There's a called strike with 1 out. 2 runs across already for Stratford in the top of the first. A swing and a miss. Let us see if a runner tries to take off here. I don't know. DeGrand has, we'll see if he even takes a look back. Yeah, this time he does. There's a ground ball to the second baseman. Second baseman will get the out at first.
The ball actually kind of rolled out of his glove and almost up his wrist.
Yes, yeah.
But able to recover.
Number 4, Brady Bird.
Left-handed hitting Brady Berg steps in. Catcher. Runners at second and third. 2 outs. Could be it is a big at bat right here. Base hit will probably score 2. And now it will limit the damage.
Right.
The 0-1 pitch. Good job by Reese Johnson behind the plate, not allowing that to get back to the screen. DeGrand. The 1-1 pitch. Count goes to 2-1. Again, runners at second and third. 2 outs. Fouled back. Count 2-2 on Berg. Popped up, foul. And I take it the third baseman must have caught that. I couldn't see from this angle.
I couldn't get the camera over there. He was way behind there near the fence.
Okay, so 2 runs across here for Stratford in the top of the first. They lead 2-0. All right, to the bottom half of inning number 1. Abe Kapanos, Ethan Osak, and Luke Miller, the top 3 in the order for Denmark. Brady Schmidt delivers the first pitch for Stratford. Behind the plate is Brady Berg. The 1-0 pitch from Schmidt. Going to be out and away and back to the stop. Henry Zaleski, the first baseman. Riley Spindler at second. Jack Tubbs, shortstop. Vance Kilman is at third. Kilman up on the grass at third. The outfield, Alec Chapel, Braden Schiller, and Landon Zwolsland. The called strike on Kapanos. Count at 3-1. Again, Denmark at 10-0-1 coming into the game. Stratford at 24-4. Kapanos will take the walk.
Right fielder, number 5, Ethan Onset.
Number 5, right fielder Ethan Osak. At the bat, runner at first. Kapanos will get his lead. Bunt, bat brought back. And it was called an offer by the umpire. So at the count 0-1, we'll see again if there's a bunt attempt. Throw over to first by Schmidt. Third game of the day. 10 o'clock game. Popped up, played on the right field side. Beautiful this morning weather-wise. Temperature maybe up to 80, probably not quite there when we started the game.
Right.
A lot of rain here last night. A lot of wind, but Diamond is excellent shape. Now we've got to be touching close to 90 degrees. No breeze at all. The flag in center field hanging straight down. The 0-2 pitch. Count goes to 1-2. Schmidt, a very deliberate pitcher. Osak, third team All-State baseball player. And there's a swing and a miss by Osak.
Thanks going out to American Family Insurance, the Michael Lenzendorf agency right here in Prairie du Chien. The Post 258 supporting the Little Chute baseball team, the Bank of Cashton, and Bethel Home and Services in Viroqua.
Brings up number 3, Luke Miller, the second baseman. There's a ground ball to first. First baseman's going to take it 3 unassisted. And there's 2 outs.
Nice job there, and he realized, too, that if he tosses the ball to the pitcher, there could be a big collision, so he took it himself.
Yep, good job there. And this will bring up Reese Johnson, the catcher. Number 10, cleanup hitter in the Denmark lineup. Runner on second now is Abe Kapanos. Johnson steps back in with the count 1-0. Schmidt takes a look to second. They count at 2-0. Pickoff attempt.
Good athletic move there by the shortstop.
Yes, sir. Jack Tubbs. Runner gets his lead again, and the pitch. It's going to be high. Count 3-0 to Johnson. Johnson, all-conference player. Third team All-State. So 3 players right here in a row for Denmark that were All-State mentions. That'll be a walk.
Now that's got to be something real unique.
Yes. Yep. And that, you know, when you get to play in the state tournament that many times, you get more exposure too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep.
And especially if your team is successful. It's going to bring up Isaac Dittmer, the first baseman. Both runners have reached by a walk. Schmidt delivers. There's a called strike. Away. 1-1. Dittmer, a good swing at the pitch, fouled straight back. There's a grounder back to Schmidt on the mound. Schmidt over to first for the third out. No runs across here for Denmark. They find themselves trailing 2-0. We go to the top of the second.
Well, thanks going out to a handful more of those sponsors bringing you today's game. CNC Landscaping, located just outside of Iroquois. Cashton Farm Supply, Ernie Peterson and his family, just outside on Highway 27 from Cashton. Central Express in the heart of Cashton, and Pasture Pride Cheese just outside on Highway 27, bringing you the action today.
First Stratford leading things off will be Alec Chapel. Chapel, number 0, playing left field. The ball. Reese Johnson behind the plate. It's Owen DeGrand on the mound for Denmark. Isaac Dittmer at first. Luke Miller at second. Abe Kapanos at short. And Jacob Dittmer is at third. The outfield, John Wordle, Nolan Perley, and Ethan Osak. Count 1-2. And DeGrand gets himself a called third strike for out number 1.
Well, quick update, by the way. So we know that the Viroqua girls softball team, the 138ers, defeated Grantsburg 8-4. They now play tonight against Osseo at 6 o'clock. So we wish them all the best over there in DeForest. And Carl Zuby doing the tape delayed broadcast. He'll keep us informed as much as possible.
Henry Zaleski batting now, number 13, first baseman.
Oh, skimmed him.
Must have just got him there. Hit by pitch. And Zaleski will take that. Didn't hurt too bad. He got me down to first base. Back to the top of the order, and it's Jack Tubbs. Tubbs led off with a double to center field in his first at bat.
Notice the right fielder is deep, center fielder not.
And he was the one that got it over his head.
Yeah. I'm a little surprised that he's inching back a little bit now.
Want to know. And that is going to be fouled back. Runner at first has to go back. One and one the count, one down. It's a called strike.
A little bit of a long look to get this sign.
1-2. The pitch. Pop foul. One out. The board is not quite right up there, I don't believe. Runner takes off. Popped up, foul out of play. Right over the light. Out into the adjacent diamond. Count 1-2.
Yeah, Dan realized the
Yep.
board wasn't quite right.
Yeah, this is Jack Tubbs batting. There's a ground ball in the spot between first and second. Tubbs with another base hit. The throw comes into third. And Zaleski in there.
Smart
Nice
base running there, Chuck.
Smart base running. Nice piece of hitting there by Tubbs also. Brings up Riley Spindler. He struck out looking back in the first inning.
Second baseman, number 8, Riley Spindler.
Spindler, number 8. Runner at first takes off. Throw all the way through. And not able to be corralled there at the base. Shortstop and the second baseman talking about who's supposed to be covering that play.
Well, Luke Miller is, if I remember right, I think didn't he graduate last year? The second baseman? I know it's Bill's son.
He just graduated this past spring.
Oh, it was this spring. Okay, because he had two of them. So,
Okay.
all right.
Okay, we got Lynn Eisensee coming over here too. I was just going to be commenting just a little bit ago about, remind me back out in the country on the farm there of somebody calling their cows to come in for milking. Pretty loud and one thing to another. And I don't know if that was what the discussion was or not.
I
It
think
sounds like it might get a little louder.
I think it was. Well, when he gets into his motion, I think they got to be quiet. That's what he was saying.
Okay. Pitch at 2-0. Count 2-0. There's a swing and a miss by Spindler.
It was a little better as he was in the windup. So I think Lynn got his point across there.
Yeah.
You know, they're enthusiastic. They obviously want to win,
Oh, yeah.
be competitive, but
Count it 3-1.
you know,
Spindler.
the other part is like you watch too. You look out here. Everybody has their shirts tucked in. The uniform. If you see the back, the tail out, a lot of times umpires will say you tuck that back in.
The ground ball hit to the shortstop. Shortstop's going to bring the throw home, and there'll be the tag. Good job there by Capanos, the shortstop, to bring it on home to Johnson, and they get the out.
Yeah, he was caught in no man's land.
Yeah.
Once he broke, he probably knew deep down he was in trouble there.
Mm-hmm.
Now the infield will back up. Looks like a little more conventional position here with two down.
Runners at first and third, two down, as Ken said. This is Braden Schiller batting. Schiller had a shot out to center field for a double and scored back in that first inning. Two outs. The 0-1 pitch from DeGrand. One and one. Quick toss over to first. Tubbs gets his lead at third. Swing and miss by Schiller. Count at 1-2. We're in the second inning. Stratford with a 2-0 advantage. Runner at first takes off. There's a ground ball hit to the shortstop. Capanos on over to first for the out. We go to the home half of inning number 2. It's 2-0 Stratford.
Thanks to the Chaseburg American Legion, post 202, and Coon Valley American Legion, post 116, helping us out today with the broadcast. We appreciate all that those men and women stand for. Well, again, more thanks going out here with today's broadcast. Chaseburg Farmers Union Co-op in Upper Chaseburg and Citizens First Bank in Viroqua.
Leading things off for Denmark in the home half of inning number 2 is John Wordle. He'll be followed by Owen DeGrand and Nolan Perry. 6, 7, and 8 in the lineup. There's a fly ball towards center field, and it's going to drop in there for a base hit for Wordle.
Yeah, he got just enough on that one. Get it over the shortstop's head.
So bring up Owen DeGrand, number 17.
They're checking over batter here now, base runner.
Wordle, yeah. It's a hot one today.
Yeah.
Out there, it's the heat might be getting to him a little bit. It's got to take plenty of fluid before the game, during the game, and then after. They're bringing out some water.
What position is he playing?
Wordle is playing left field.
Okay. Thanks also to Coon Valley Dairy Supply, Larry Service and crew. Nanjean Schultz for all your tax and accounting preparation in Coon Valley Tax Service. Previous games, both by identical 8-0 scores. Viroqua with the win over Arcadia. And I don't know if it was a surprise or not, but Jackson defeated Fenimore 8-0, which may be the surprise. Both teams coming in pretty much identical records, 9-9 and 12-11. So, they're in that 500 range, but Jackson played very well.
Yes, he did. Only give up 2 hits to their pitching staff.
Right, yeah.
In that whole game, there was 1 error and 1 walk. Eli Campanos is going to replace John Wordle at first base. Campanos getting some signals here by coach. And the batter is going to be Owen DeGrand. Grand number 17 pitching today. It's called strike on DeGrand. Third baseman Keelman in right on the edge of the grass. The 0-1 pitch. That hit who, the catcher or the umpire?
I thought it hit the catcher, but it did sound kind of weird, didn't it? Unless it got through the catcher and caught Vernon in the shin guard or something, maybe.
Count at 1-1 now. Campanos, his replacement, is at second now. Swing and miss by DeGrand. Brady Schmidt on the mound. Brady Berg behind the plate for Stratford. 1-2 pitch. Down low. Henry Zaleski at first base. Riley Spidler at second. Jack Tubbs, the shortstop, and Vance Kilman over at third. Good job by Berg to keep that from advancing to the screen. Alec Chapel in left, Braden Schiller in center field, and Landon Swaleslan in right. There's a balk on Schmidt. So Kapanos on over to third. The count full. Isaiah Schmidt, probably the most deliberate of the pitchers we've seen so far in the tournament.
Correct.
And DeGrand will take the walk.
Well, Denmark has something boiling up here with nobody out and 2 on.
Brings up Nolan Perry, the center fielder, number 19. Perry takes the ball, no outs. Again, runners at first and third.
He's not missing by much right there.
No. 2-0 the count. Called strike.
Well, you're watching. Hopefully Channel 14 is going well on Coon Valley Telecommunications.
Popped up. It'll be out of play behind the screen.
Link Buckles, owner of Countertops by Design, helping us out today.
The 2-2 pitch is going to be high. Count full with runners at first and third. Another walk.
Well, here comes Coach. We'll take a little time out here as bases are loaded and nobody down. Back we come, bases loaded. Back to Chuck.
All right, it's Jacob Dittmer batting now. Number 2 on his back, playing third base today. Bases loaded, nobody out. Bottom half of inning number 2. Denmark threatening. Pitch. It's going to be a ball. 2 walks and a hit this inning for Denmark. Called strike on Dittmer. He'll be followed by the top of the order. Swing miss by Dittmer. That's the first out of the inning.
Well, that's a big out because now you get something like a little comebacker. You got a shot at a double play.
It's going to bring us to the top of the order. And Abe Kapanos.
course, then you got the top of the order.
Yeah.
Like
Campanos walked.
He's a tough ball player. I remember him from last year.
Campanos graduated last year. Bases loaded, 1 out. 1-0 pitch. Make it 2-0.
Well, 2 years ago, the state tournament was in Denmark, if I remember correctly. And the year prior, it was in Westby. But I remember this young man. He's a good ball player.
Called strike, making the count at 2-1. Swing and miss. Both pitchers at 41. Pitch count. Campanos back in. Count at 2-2. Pitch. Popped up, foul, out of play. We're in the bottom half of inning number 2. 2-0 Stratford. There's a swing and a miss. Big out, as Ken said earlier.
Oh, we're going to get another. This might mean a pitching change, I think, if you're out 2 innings or twice in an inning here. That's what it is. We'll be back in a moment to see who we have retaking the mound.
To the mound now, it's going to be Henry Zaleski pitching. Schmidt finished with 43 pitches, inning 2/3. Zaleski comes in a tough spot here.
Boy, does he ever.
Bases loaded. Count 0-1, 2 outs. There's a called strike. This is Ethan Osak batting. He struck out his first plate appearance. Osak just graduated last spring. Third team All-State, All-Conference player. And there's a a hit towards the second baseman. And a little bobble, but Spindler stays with it, and he'll throw to first for the third out. No runs across, even though the bases were left low. We go to the third, 2-0. Stratford.
As we come back, we want to say thanks to Countertops by Design. I think it mentioned Crossing Rivers Health. We appreciate their support. You'll find them not only here in Prairie du Chien, but also in Fenimore. With that, also Denmark Youth Baseball and Softball. We appreciate that association, along with Mark and Linda Looker supporting it, along with the Youth Baseball and Softball. Well, Chuck, we have a pitching change, it looks like.
Yes, we do. It's Grant Schrader coming in to pitch now. Appreciate, just brought us some water. Appreciate that here.
Yeah.
Prairie du Chien. Thank you. Spilled part of it on my score sheet, which is not surprising.
Just wave it outside for 2 seconds.
Yeah. This is a fly ball by Kielman and out to center field for out number 1. Kielman had a single in his first at bat. This time he flies out to Prairie in center field. Bring up Brady Schmidt. Batter now. Schmidt singled. Is left on second back in the first inning. It's a called strike. Count at 1-1. We're in the top half of the third inning. Popped up, foul, and it will be out of play. Did you see where DeGrand went?
He was the one pitching?
Yes, sir.
I thought he went he's the DH.
Okay, there's a ground ball to the shortstop and a rifle there by Capanos. And he'll get the out, okay.
Was number 24 at first, the beginning of the game?
Yes, he was. That's Isaac Dittmer.
Okay.
Give you the defense as we think we have it right now, too. Reese Johnson behind the plate. Isaac Dittmer at first. Luke Miller at second. Abe Kapanos, the shortstop. And Jacob Dittmer at third. The outfield, John Wordle, Nolan Perry, and Ethan Osak.
Was Miller number 5?
3.
3. Okay, yeah, he's still there then. All right.
Okay, number 5 is batting, and this is Landon. So is the whistle on? You know, I one of the times I'm pronouncing it, I may get it right. I think I've pronounced it half a dozen different ways so far, so I can apologize. Some of these names are new to us on this part of the state. There's a strikeout. Catcher does a nice job, Johnson, of scooping the ball up, touch the dirt, and throwing down to first to get the out. So we go to the home half of inning number 3, 2-0, Stratford.
Well, thanks again as we return here to the ballpark on the island in Prairie du Chien. Eagle Title Company, Lori Holte, and of course Sarah down there helping out in Coon Valley. Evinger Equipment, Sales and Service, bringing you the ball games today.
Home half of inning number 3, it'll be Luke Miller, Reese Johnson, Isaac Dittmer. 3-4-5 in the lineup for Denmark. Miller graduated this past spring. So first team All-State for Denmark.
Well, you think about that's 4 players you've mentioned, Chuck, that are All-State.
There's a swing and a miss by Miller.
A first teamer and 3 third state qualifications.
Pop this one up. Foul out of play.
And that's not to mention your other players with all conference recognition and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, Miller all conference. There's a strike. Miller doesn't necessarily agree with it, but it's a home plate umpire that gets to make the decision there. And today, this game, it's Vernon Danes, is that correct?
Vernon Danes behind the plate here.
Plate today. All right, and it's Reese Johnson batting now. Talking about the All-Staters. This is an all-conference baseball player, third team All-State, Reese Johnson. Johnson walked his first time up. Catcher. Pretty good set of shoulders on this man too, doesn't he?
He does, yes. He had to be tough in a linebacker core or something like that,
Yeah.
probably, huh?
Yeah, I would guess. Graduated just this past spring also. Good eye there by Johnson. There's a called strike. Taken all the way. Popped up. Out of play. There's a fly ball raced down the right field line, out of play. Count now full on Johnson with one out. Isaac Dittmer on deck. And there's a base hit to right field by Johnson. Johnson's reached both times.
Number 24, Isaac Dittmer.
Isaac Dittmer steps up now. He grounded out to the pitcher in his first at bat. Quick throw over to first. Close play there at first. Henry Zaleski on the mound for Stratford. Good job back at the plate again by Brady Berg. Well, we've seen some catchers just in the three games, the third game today, that are really good behind the plate.
They sacrifice the body, that's for
They
sure.
do. There's a foul ball by Dittmer. Count at 1-1. Two and one. Dittmer, may have said it already, just graduated this past spring. Second team all conference. Popped up. Who's going to call for it? Second baseman, right fielder, and
Ooh,
and it's some poor communication, and actually then it's going to be a lack of hustle. I'm going to call that by Isaac Dittmer. He kind of stood there and watched things and didn't run till it hit the ground.
there's
Some discussion.
Vernon
here.
Dane's talking about something here. Well, they're,
Ken, who do you give that air to?
boy, I'm going to say the right fielder.
Okay,
It actually hit off his glove.
that's the way we're going to put it there. Kind of surprises me, the lack of communication maybe there to let that happen
Yeah.
at this level.
Almost like it caught him by surprise or something there, but
One out. Runners at first and third. But it does happen, and it happens on the major league
Oh,
level
yeah.
way too often.
yeah. Well, and I don't I'm not trying to sound critical, but he went with the one-handed catch, too. If he goes with two hands, he might have hung on to that. I keep talking to the grandsons about that.
This is Eli Capanis batting now. Two balls, one strike. The fly ball out towards left. The left fielder is going to be back. He'll make the catch. That's Alex Chapel. The runner at third will tag.
Runner at first stays at home, or stays to home, I'll put it that way.
DH number 17.
Thanks to the Viroqua Eagles, post 2707, and First National Bank and Trust Company coming out of Arcadia, supporting that Arcadia Legion squad. They're not a bad squad there. They'll come back tomorrow, try and bounce back.
Owen DeGrand batting. He pops this one out of play, I believe. Yes. And they're starting to get a few clouds coming in.
Yeah, a little thicker, aren't they?
Yes, they are. We're definitely hoping to get this game done. DeGrand batting with one strike. Runner at first takes off and a throw down to second. It's going to get by the second baseman and the shortstop, and the runner will move to third. Some of the people in the dugout, you can hear yelling some instructions will go that way.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to call it encouragement because it's not necessarily encouragement. The ground ball to third. Kielman grabs it on over to first. And the tag by Schmidt just to make sure.
Yeah, good job there as he got pulled to the inside here. But he had the presence of mind of getting that glove on the runner, taking care of business, Chuck. We'll come back with more here. We now have the game at 2-1. Stratford holding on.
Top of the fourth, it'll be Brady Berg, Alec Chapel, and Henry Zaleski. 7, 8, and 9 the order for Stratford. Grant Schrader back on the mound for Denmark. Stratford holds a 2-1 advantage. We're in the top of the fourth. One and two on Berg. The ground ball to the shortstop, Capanos. On over to first, and that's out number one.
Top fielder, number 0, Alec Capel.
With one out, that'll bring up Alec Chapel. Chapel, the left fielder, struck out in his first appearance. There's a called strike. There's a base hit to left.
Pitcher number 13, Henry Gillespie.
This will bring up Henry Zaleski. One out and a runner on first. Zaleski was hit by pitch. First time up. That was pitch number 20 by Schrader, who is in relief of Owen DeGrand. That pitch gets away from the catcher there. I'm going to call that a pass ball. I thought that Johnson should have been able to grab that. He might got it mixed up as far as what they were going to, what he was going to be throwing there too. I see Schrader and him got together quickly. Zaleski back in with 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch. Zaleski almost took his second hit by pitch. Count it 3-0. The strike taken all the way. You know, we talked last weekend. I was able to take in take in quite a few Brewer games. Matter of fact, next Friday I think we got tickets. We had some really, really, really good seats sitting in the 10th row right behind home plate. And this was a couple years ago, and the Brewers have a fellow that run the gun there for the speed.
Yep.
Whatever, and got talking to him quite a little bit and over the times, and he played minor league ball. And if there was a batter that swung at a 3-0 pitch, and he I'll never forget, he made the comment, if we'd have done that when I was playing, we'd have had our butts on the bench. And he really neat guy. Now the Brewers let him go, I'm going to say 2 years ago, maybe it's 3 already.
Uh-huh.
The count 3-2, 1 out. But what an interesting guy. A walk for Zaleski.
Yeah, it sounds like there'd have to be some interesting conversations there.
Yeah. He was really nice. Really nice.
Number 7, Jack Tully.
He had done the job for like 15 years.
Wow.
Had never missed a pitch. There's a ground ball hit to the shortstop. Shortstop over to second for 1, and the relay bounces. Yeah, the runner will score. Tubbs, or the second baseman, that's Miller that
Took a pretty good shot there.
in my mind, nothing malicious there at all.
No, I think it was one of those. It was just a good hard slide,
Yeah.
and he was heading towards the bag.
But a run across makes the score at 3-1. 2 outs. We're in the 4th.
Still, you're always concerned one of your players, in this case,
Yes.
an all-state, first-team all-state player. You don't want to lose him to some weird little injury. But Stratford picks up a run here, Chuck, and they're now back up with their 2-run advantage that they held earlier.
Yes. 2 out of their first 3 batters scored in this game. And Spindler will take a hit by pitch. We'll move down to first. Tubbs moves on over to second. And this is going to bring up Braden Schiller. And a little meeting on the mound between Capanos and Schrader and Owen Miller. Schiller doubled, scored a run, and it's grounded out to the shortstop. Wind changed a little bit of direction. Didn't tell because I can smell the concession stand over there.
I was just thinking that too.
So come on down. Get a bite to eat. Watch some baseball. That pitch is going to get by the catcher. We have runners at second and third.
Luke Miller still talking to the second base umpire.
Count 3-0 on Schiller. Schiller graduated this past spring, second team all-conference.
Is that Thunder?
I believe it was.
Wow.
And we've got a walk, bases loaded.
Third baseman, number 3, Vance Kielman.
I didn't think anyone was moving their chair, so.
No. It's going to bring up Vance Kielman. Kielman has doubled and flown out to center field. Two outs. Top of the fourth.
That one snuck in on the shins, nearly got him.
Kielman pops it up. Out of play.
Kind of looking at the sky here, Chuck, and there's, we got a pretty good black cloud over the top of us, but otherwise it's kind of light. You can kind of see where it's not, it's not like a packed cloud base by any means.
And that one should get by us. There's a ground ball hit to the shortstop. The shortstop grabs and on over to first. That's Capanos to Dittmer. Route number 3, but another run across for Stratford. They lead 3-1.
Well, a slight sprinkle coming down right now here in Prairie du Chien. Our thanks going out to, well, a couple more of those sponsors. How about Jim's Bar, located here on Main Street, Black Hawk Drive in Prairie du Chien, as well as Leisure Time Sports Bar and Bowl out there. I'm not sure what do you call that. Marquette, is that Marquette Road or something like that? I forget now, but anyways, out there, like when you're heading home, Chuck, you can always just stop in there.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan. All right. Nolan Perry leads things off in the bottom half of inning number 4 for Denmark. Ken said a little sprinkle just starting now.
More than a sprinkle, it looks like right now, doesn't it?
Picking up a little bit here.
It
Bottom
did
of the 4th, it's 3-1.
calm down or cool down, I'll say,
You can
considerably.
feel a change,
Yeah.
yes. But they're going to play at midnight if we need.
I'm just thinking, I got that camera out there that we're watching this picture from. All right, they're going to call that. I'm going to go get my camera. So we'll take a break here, Chuck. Well, a short delay here, Chuck, as we come back into action here. Our thanks going out to Nordic Lanes helping us out from Westby, along with O'Reilly Auto Parts, Bill Klemick, and the 13 stores that he keeps track of. And, of course, the wonderful folks from Organic Valley, Lafarge and Cashton, along the way with that. So let's take a look here at what we have coming up here now, Chuck, with after this delay.
All right, I think it's going to be Nolan Perry back at the bat. Count at 3-0. And we're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Vance Kuhlman on the mound. And Perry will take the walk. Denmark trailing 3-1. Bottom of the 4th. And for Denmark, this will bring up Jacob Dittmer, the number 9 batter in the Denmark lineup. Dittmer brings the bat around, but pulls it back, and it will still be a strike. Batter and the runner get the signal from the coach. Vance Kuhlman, the 3rd pitcher for Stratford today. The bunt attempt foul. Dittmer a couple quick steps out of the box since he put the bat on the ball. Pitch is high. Dittmer, the count at 1-2.
The rain delay, they really didn't have to do anything with the field at all, Chuck.
No, they quickly put a tarp on the pitcher's mound in the batter's box. So it's in good shape yet. Ground ball down third baseline. Job by the third baseman to scoop that before it may go back into fair territory. Playing third right now is Henry Zaleski. Count 1-2. Nobody out. Runner at first. 4th inning. Swing and miss. So Dittmer strikes out.
Went after a fastball that was upstairs, and again, tough to catch up to.
Yep. We've talked about those. They're one of the nicest pitches looking at coming in, but tough to hit on a speed. This brings up Abe Capanos. He's walked and struck out. Top of the order for Denmark. Good healthy swing.
Boy, that was.
Capanos. Boy, I'd be probably in traction if I swung that hard anymore.
I couldn't swing that hard anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably never did neither. 0-2.
He had a couple of good pitches to rip at.
He did. And there's 3.
Well, he didn't hold back any.
He did not. neither one, the pitcher or the
Neither
batter.
did
on
the
that.
say neither did the pitcher, right?
Yeah, that was the 12th pitch for Kielman.
Wow.
Right fielder, number 5, Ethan Ossack.
Okay, that will bring up Ethan Ossack, the right fielder. 0 for 2 in the game. Runner takes off, throw down to second. And in safely will be Nolan Perry with a stolen base. Ossack, again, 0 for 2 in the game. He's graduated this past spring. And as we mentioned a couple times, third team All-State. An all-conference player. And you know he can hit the ball. And he does, out towards right field. The right fielder is not going to be able to get this. A runner scores. And Ossack into second with a double.
Yeah, he really got that ball to move, and it was moving away from the right fielder.
Second baseman, number 3, Luke Miller.
So now we're at 3-2. Brings up Luke Miller. Miller has grounded out to the first baseman and struck out. Runner at second. 2 down. Bottom of the 4th. Kielman delivers. There's a swing and fouled back. Good job by Brady Berg, keeping that in front of him.
Peck's Corner helping us out. Nick Brigham down there in the Cashton area, and Bjorn Thompson and his wife, PDC Dentistry, helping us out with the broadcast.
Pitch is low and tight, 3-1 the count.
Chep Melcher helping out. I think Chep might have actually done the programs this year. Proline Printing in Viroqua.
Pitch is a called strike on Miller. Ground ball back to the pitcher, Kielman.
Oh boy.
And
Yeah.
safe.
And look at here.
And running all the way around. Good hustle there by
Wow.
Ossack. He scores. That was one of those, the first baseman, Brady Schmidt, slow in getting over to cover the bag. I don't know if he thought that Kielman was just going to take it and run to first with it. But you don't assume that.
Right. Now we're going to get a little timeout here. The coach wants to have a word with the second base umpire. We'll be right back. Well, Chuck, all of a sudden we got ourselves a tie ball game. And it's just, it's a bit of a surprise how it came to be.
Yeah. I'm going to ask the official scorer at the end of the inning how he's going to score that as far as that play by Miller. That was kind of a dribbler back to the pitcher. And as the pitcher was going to I mean, he was kind of headed towards first base. He was going to throw it to the first baseman. The first baseman failed to cover. And then the runner at second able to score.
I think they're going to bring out something to drink for Luke Miller out here now. He's complaining about something there, and he was pointing towards his throat, and he looks like he could use a drink or two there. Meanwhile, they'll kind of do some warm-ups over here on first base side, pitcher and first baseman. Yeah, you know, it's one of those that looks like it's probably goes down as a hit, but it's probably it's a mental error no matter what. But I don't know if they put it down as an E3.
So one of those guys is doing that, the scoring.
Maybe Jamie would know here.
Jamie, what did you guys count that as a hit over there? Yeah, we had E3 if you want.
Yeah, that's what we called it too.
Yeah, mental error, you're right.
One strike, 2 outs. Runner in second. Reese Johnson batting. Johnson has reached base twice, once with a walk, once with a single. Scored a run. There's a bouncer, slow play. It's going to be a tough play. And he's safe at first, and there's a throw home. And
Wow.
the great hustle here by Luke Miller. And Miller will score from second on that.
You wouldn't know that he was limping around a half an inning ago, the way he was moving.
No.
I think that's called adrenaline.
Put that down as an infield hit.
Yep.
That might have been that a thank you to the little bit of rain that we got, slowing that ball down as it was grounded on the infield. Isaac Dittmer batting, number 24. Dittmer has grounded to the pitcher and reached on an error. We're at 4-3 now. Denmark has taken the lead with 3 runs here in the 4th inning. The strike on Dittmer. 2-1. See if the runner takes off here and tries to get in scoring position. Not on that pitch. 3-1.
Thanks to Rural Mutual Insurance, the Kevin Buskey Agency in downtown Viroqua.
3-1, 2 outs. There's a ground ball hit to the third baseman. And
boy.
he throws it away. And another one, we're going to be trying to score from third. Nope, going to be held up.
Oh,
now there's a run down, a pickle.
Yep.
And they'll get the Johnson out on a rundown.
Stratford probably got lucky on that one.
Yeah.
Runner coming around third, and Coach was waving him, and then all of a sudden Coach said, oh, no, but it was, boy, he had a lot of momentum.
Yeah.
That's a tough one there. 4-3 your score. We'll be right back with more action. As we come back, and of course, we had the picture of the Stratford Legion team. We want to say thanks to Kurt Spaeth, your next home real estate agent, as he's supporting the broadcast and pushing on the Stratford Legion team. His son doing the coaching. Talking to them, and well, they're a busy time because they just had a baby boy, I think he said. So they're kind of a hectic household right now, he said. But here we go with a 4-3 score, and Chuck, it's different because now it's Denmark with the lead.
Yes, as Ken said, Denmark with the lead. It's a 4-3 score. We're in the top half of inning number 5, Stratford batting. It'll be Brady Schmidt leading things off for Stratford. Schmidt 1 for 2 in this game. Schmidt also an all-conference selection. He'll be a senior this fall. Pop up. Who's got it? The second baseman calls for it. And is that Luke Miller there?
Yes.
Okay, Luke Miller there at second base will make the catch. Jacob Dittmer is pitching now, number 2.
Right fielder, number 5.
And playing third base is number 20, is that right?
I think you're right on that one. Waiting for him to turn just a
The
touch.
same thing, it's 2-something. Landon Zuelslin. Zosselon. Batting. 0 for 2. Number 5. Pitch goes all the way to the screen. Two pitch, grounded towards third, and number 20 it is at third base. There's Eben LaForest. So Eben LaForest playing third base now.
Catcher number 4, Brady Bird.
And we have 2 outs.
A good fastball that not able to catch up to, batter not able to catch up to for strike 3.
And again, it's Jacob Dittmer on the mound for Denmark. Top of the 5th. Brady Berg batting, 0 for 2. Ground ball foul on the first base side. The 0-2 delivery. High and away, 1-2. There's one slice down the left field side. And headed towards second base, and the throw. Berg is in safely.
Left fielder, number 0, Alec Capel.
This will bring up Alec Chapel. Chapel 1 for 2 and a run scored. Runner on second is Berg. 1-0 count. 2 outs. Berg back easily into second after the throw there. Strike.
Scenic Bluffs Community Health helping us out, the corporate office in Cashton as well as in Coon Valley. Tim Sealand's Carpet Land.
Count moves to 3-1. Two outs. Base hit will score a runner. Should score a runner. Count full.
Down at Snowflake Ski and Golf, thanks to Angela helping us out. The new coordinator, I guess we'll call it, down there in Snowflake Ski Country.
Called strike 3. We go to the home half of inning number 5. 4-3, Denmark with the advantage.
Chuck getting a little nervous looking over there towards our right. Looks like we could be.
Another rain
Yep.
coming in.
Yep, it's coming in right now. We'll see what happens. Well, Chuck, we take a look here. See, it's still sprinkling pretty good out here.
Yes, the bottom half of inning number 5. Eli Kapanos leading things off for Denmark. Denmark leading 4-3. A light little rain. A lot of sunshine to our west.
Well, that's the weird part. And then you look further down, and that's black. We're probably right on the edge.
There's a ground ball to the third baseman. Third baseman takes a couple steps back, and that was one I'm sure he's going to wish that he had charged that. Now the first baseman throws the ball out towards left center field, and going to be hustling all the way around. Number 21, Eli Kapanos.
Wow.
Two errors on the play, and Kapanos scores.
Well, when you got speed, you utilize it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 throwing errors. That's going to bite you.
Ball probably a little wet. It's a fly ball out to right field. This is number 20 that hit that, Evan LaForest. He's in for Owen DeGrand.
Center fielder, number 19, Nolan Perry.
Nolan Perry, number 19, into the batter's box. He's walked both times, scored a run, stolen a base. Pops this one foul and out of play. One out. 1-1 is our count. 1 run in this bottom of the 5th inning for Denmark. Count goes to 2-1.
The rain
3-1.
much softer right now, Chuck.
Yeah. Actually, the players probably do not mind it right now.
Probably
a little
not.
cooling effect on them.
Yeah.
And we got a walk to Perry. Perry has walked all 3 times he's been to the plate in this game.
Thanks to Sups out of Fenimore helping us out with the broadcast today. Brent Scheckler.
Brings up Jacob Detmer. Detmer has struck out both times. The ground ball through the hole between short and third. Base hit for Dittmer. Back up to the top of the order. And this will bring up Abe Kapanos.
Shortstop, number 11, Dave Capano.
Kapanos will walk and 2 strikeouts. Kind of a slap bunt attempt. Kapanos. On the mound is Vance Keelman.
Sports World and Dye Sport out of Prairie du Chien helping us out.
There's another bunt attempt down the third base line.
Oh boy.
It's going to be foul.
Yeah.
Yeah, a foul ball. Smart move by Zaleski to let that one roll because he wasn't going to be able to make a play anywhere to get it out.
You're right. Thanks also going out to Swenson Doors from Viroqua and Street Smarts Driving School. That's Kelly Olson.
Runners at first and second, a run across already for Denmark in this inning. Did that catch him?
I did. Caught him right in the back.
Okay, hit by pitch. Kapanos down to first. Dittmer over to second. Perry over to third.
Number 5, Ethan Offset.
Going to bring up the number 2 batter in the lineup, but we're going to have a timeout.
We'll do the same. We'll be right back, see if there's a change in pitching or not. couple more of our sponsors helping us out today. Tiller Furniture right here in Prairie du Chien. Of course, we keep telling everybody, check out those specials because after 73 years this year, they are retiring, closing down the store. So thanks to Sue and Mark and all of the Tiller family throughout the years. Thirsty Turtle in Stoddard bringing you the game tonight. Enjoy those turtle burgers. And Thrive Wellness, Dr. Martin Midas out of Cashton. Those are just more of our terrific sponsors helping to bring you this ball game. And, of course, all 14 and who knows, maybe even 15 games here from Prairie du Chien.
We're back at it in game number 3. With the bases loaded and 1 out, this is going to bring up Ethan Osak, the right fielder. 1 for 3 in the game today. Bases loaded. On the mound is Riley Craning. Again, Craning coming in a tough spot. Bases loaded, 1 out. Count 1-1. Bounces in. The runner at third will cross the plate. The other 2 runners advance. Almost get the feeling that some of the enthusiasm that Stratford had early on in the game, not only maybe the players on the field, but several in the dugout. The dugout has definitely quieted.
It has quieted down, yes.
Yeah,
you're right. Well, and they were ahead 2-0, but boy, since the third inning on, it's been pretty much Denmark.
There's a base hit by Osak. 2 more runs will score.
And the way things have been going, that might just break it open enough to be enough for Denmark here. We'll see.
And it's 8-3. It's going to bring up Luke Miller. Miller 1 for 3. Has grounded out 3 unassisted. Struck out and reached on a mental error. That mental error we had to score as a hit. Two and 0. Runner at first. 4 runs across here in the inning for Denmark. They stretch their lead to now 8-3. There's a long fly ball towards center field, and it's going to get over the center fielder's head. And coming into third with a triple is Luke Miller, the first team All-Stater.
That ball just kept carrying.
Catcher number 10, Reese Johnson.
Another run scores. Makes the score at 9-3. Runner at third. This is Reese Johnson batting. Johnson 2 for 2 and a walk. 1-0 is it's on the board here as far as the count to Johnson.
Thanks to Vernon Acres and Vernon Manor, both located on the north end of Viroqua, helping us out today with the broadcast. And then our Touchstone Energy Co-ops. Looks like Miller again not feeling very well here.
Well, Miller and also the catcher. I wondered if that one went off of him too.
Uh-huh.
They're going to bring out some water to Miller at third. And coaches,
Yeah, they're
and some water
Good.
out to Berg also.
good idea there.
Yeah, I don't know if that went off of Berg or if that went off of the umpire. That last pitch.
Vernon Electric and Richland Electric helping us out today.
Be time here too that the umpire, the catcher kind of takes care of the umpire sometimes. The umpire should take care of the catcher.
Yep.
Right now, just kind of looking at things. He could have probably stepped to the front for a little bit and dust off
Yeah.
home plate.
Clean off the plate. You can't hardly see it from here anyways.
No.
Looks like they're ready now.
All right, Johnson steps back in. Count 1-0 on him. Runner at third. 1 out. Infield sneaks in. I think the third base coach thought the count was 3-0 versus 2-0. Okay, it was. Well, the batter thought so too, and I did, but
There.
okay. So we'll go with the walk
First baseman number 24,
Johnson.
Isaac Dittmer.
up number 24, Isaac Dittmer. Dittmer 0 for 3 in the contest. Runners at first and third. Third baseman up on the grass. Grounder to pitchers. Pitcher's going to grab it and toss over to first.
Third base head coach felt that it came off his leg.
I didn't see that. But,
I didn't either.
Now batting number 21, Eli.
all right, this is going to bring up Eli Capanos. It's the second time he's batted this inning. He scored on 2 errors to lead things off in this inning.
That was the Little League home run.
Yeah. It's a way to put it. 2 bad throws.
Yeah.
That was a called strike. And there's a fly ball towards left field. And that's going to get by the left fielder. I did not get to get my head out the window far enough to see what actually happened.
It
here.
looked like it just got by him, like went just over him here,
Okay, so we're going to call that a double.
all the way to the fence.
Third baseman number 20, Evan LaForest.
7 runs across in this inning, 11-3 now. Brings up Evan LaForest. LaForest flew out to right field. Still 2 outs. LaForest, a ground ball to the second baseman. Spindler over to first for the third out. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs, 7 runs across here for Denmark in the fifth.
Didn't take, well, I shouldn't say it didn't. It did take a little while, but now the three-time WIA state high school champs have taken charge and control of this game.
Visiting half of inning number 6, it'll be Henry Zaleski, then the top of the order for Stratford. They're trailing 11-3. Denmark trailed 2-0. Then a run in the third, 3 in the fourth, and 7 in the fifth. Jacob Dittmer back on the mound for Denmark. The 1-1 pitch. Kind of a nubber to the shortstop, and Kapanos not able to get that. I'm going to call that a base hit. That was a nubber that,
Yeah.
I don't think either of those could.
Even if he picks it up, I don't know
No.
that he's going to make a throw, to be honest.
No. Top of the order, and Jack Tubbs. Tubbs has reached 3 times, 2 hits, and a fielder's choice.
Opening ceremonies for the tournament coming up here shortly after this ball game is completed. It's always a neat scene because all the teams are out there on the field. And we have one more game to go. Host Prairie to Chien, the Grasshoppers, going to be playing host here to Little Chute.
Tubbs pops that up. Foul. Runner at first. 1 out, 2-1 pitch. Foul back. Make the count 2-2. Pitch. Foul ball. That goes right off the catcher.
Yeah. Yeah, he got that one pretty good.
Yes, he did. Straight back. Oh. Got him right there in the knee, did it?
I think so.
Even with the padding, that hurts.
That's, yeah.
2-2 pitch, pop back, foul again. Jacob Dittmer, the pitcher. Pitch. Grounded foul again. We think it's Reese Johnson, but still behind the plate. Isaac Dittmer is pitching now. Ken, you got the number of the first baseman over there?
Oh, wow. Let's see if I can pick up on that.
There's a called strike.
24? Looks like for Denmark. I believe it's 24, yeah.
Riley Spindler.
Okay, that would be Isaac Dittmer. Okay, he's been there all game. It's a called strike on Riley Spindler. Spindler 0 for 2 and has been hit by a pitch. Spindler just finished his freshman year in high school. Tubbs, a runner on first, just finished his sophomore year. And there's a liner to the second baseman. And the second baseman dropped that on purpose. Let's see how the umpires are going to call this.
I think they're going to do both are out. That looks, well, maybe not. Yeah, just the batter. I'm going to talk that one over, but yeah, Luke Miller had that one kind of corralled pretty well.
Yeah. And you could kind of tell that he dropped it on purpose to try to get a double play set up there, one way or the other.
Center fielder, number 19, Brandon Schuler.
Tell you what, whoever's going to be washing Luke Miller's white pants, it's going to take a while.
There's a fly ball out towards left, the left fielder. John Rural goes back and he'll make the catch for the out. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, 11-3, Denmark.
VFW of Viroqua bringing you today's baseball games as well as Viroqua Hills Golf, both on the south side of Viroqua. And our friends from WCCU, the corporate office in Westby, as well, helping us out. More of our sponsors helping us out here as we near the end of our ball game. It's the Westby American Legion helping us out. We appreciate all the folks there, men and women serving and have served, I should say. Westby Co-op Creamery, take home that country goodness. Downtown Westby with their convenience store, and Shane Nottestead with Zip Stop and 7 convenient locations around the Cooley region.
Bottom of the 6th, it'll be Nolan Perry. At the plate, Perry. Perfect 3 for 3 walks. Reached all 3 times on walks, has scored 2 runs. And maybe looking for a walk number 4 as the count is 2-0.
Yeah.
Riley Craning on the mound for Stratford. 4th pitcher for Stratford.
They have a heck of an on-base percentage.
Yes. Not a lot of slugging they had in there, OPS, but I'm sure he is just more than happy to take the 3 walks. I know if I'm a coach, I would. You get him on 3 times with walks, that's perfectly fine. He's going to take the 4th walk. His 4th walk.
Again, stay tuned with opening ceremonies coming up here. Once this game is concluded, we still have this half inning and at least the top half, unless Denmark would happen to score a couple of runs, then this game would be over.
We'll bring up Jacob Dittmer. Dittmer 1 for 3. Single and 2 strikeouts. He was an all-conference player. He'll be a senior this fall. He's going to get by the catcher. That's a pass ball. Dittmer towards center field, and good hustle there by the center fielder, Braden Schiller, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Back to the top of the order, Abe Kapanos. He'll get his 4th plate appearance. He struck out twice, has walked, and been hit by pitch. And he'll lift one out towards right center field, and it's going to drop in there for a base hit. And Perry just runs through the sign, I believe, there.
Coach he just put up his right hand like, well, okay.
So it's a 9-run ball game. Another run will bring this to an end. Brings up Ethan Osek. Runner takes off to second, and he'll be in there safely. The stolen base. Osek. A strikeout, a ground out, and 2 base hits. There's his count at 1-1. Two and 1. Three and 1. And there's a walk to Osek. Brings up Luke Miller. Miller 1 for 4. With a triple.
Now batting, second baseman.
2 runs
number 3,
scored.
Luke Miller.
Pitch from Prairie. Outside. Two and all.
Now, wait a minute. You're not going to bunt when you're up 12-3? He did, though.
He did bunt. And he'll take that in fair territory.
Yep.
So that'll be a base hit.
Third base, the runner here kind of sneaking down the line and then changes his mind. You do have a new catcher in there, Chuck.
Okay. Who do we got there?
I cannot make out that number.
All right. And that will put the bases loaded. Reese Johnson batting. Coach looking to put in a...
Yeah, they should put in a courtesy runner there for Miller. I think they're safe to have him be done for the day.
Mm-hmm. In the game, running at first base,
15?
number 15.
Or 15 or 16 there. Well, a deep fly ball could end this ball game. A pass ball could end this ball
I
game.
think that's Tanner Greener,
Okay.
the runner for Miller.
Just foul here.
And just missing Lynn Eisensee.
Wow.
Lynn Eisensee, the umpire at third base.
Is he saying hit it that way?
Him and the runner at third were kind of laughing back and forth there. Count 1-1, 1 out, bases loaded. 1 run will win this game. And this is going to score here and the winning run. Game over, 13-3.
Final score.
Take a little break here. We'll come right back with the recap of this ball game.
Denmark will play tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
Well, we come back. We can, as Chuck continues on with getting the recap set up here, we'll give you the recap of what's taken place today. It was two identical 8-0 scores in games 1 and 2. It winds up 8-0 Viroqua over Arcadia. Jackson 8-0 over Fenimore. We just watched a come-from-behind victory as Denmark picks up the win in 6 innings. 13-3 is that score, and we'll get that one wrote down here so I don't forget that later on, because I just know Chuck will quiz me somewhere along the way. So we'll get that ready to go. And meanwhile, let's take a look here. Tomorrow we know the first 3 games. It will be Arcadia taking on Stratford at 10 o'clock. Fenimore will play at 1 against the loser of this game coming up, game number 4. Viroqua will play Denmark tomorrow at 4 o'clock in a winner's bracket. And the winner of tonight's game, again coming up here, playing, let's see, it will be, well, the winner between these two, and let's see, Jackson is game 2. So Jackson will be playing the winner of this game coming up at 7 o'clock. Well, let's turn the mic over to Chuck here as we can do the quick recap, and then we'll get ready for that opening ceremony. Chuck?
All right, Stratford comes up on the short end of a 13-3 decision to Denmark. Stratford 3 runs on 8 hits, multiple hits for Jack Tubbs as he goes 2 for 4. For Denmark, they win 13-3, 13 runs on 10 hits, multiple hits for Ethan Osak. He goes 2 for 4. Luke Miller 2 for 5. Reese Johnson 2 for 2. So those are the men with multiple hits for Denmark. Also a shout here for Nolan Perry. 4 walks in this game. So to recap, 13-3 the final score.
Pretty good eye right there.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, there you have it. For Chuck Rasmussen, I'm Ken Manning. Stay tuned. The opening ceremony is coming up here shortly, and we'll be back with tonight's final between the host Prairie du Chien Grasshoppers and Little Chute. That coming up real soon.